All right. Well, we also try to answer legal and related questions as well. So let's go to the... This one came in last week, and we may answer, by the way, a future question if you want to text in at 781-837-4900. All right, this is from Seth from Kingston. Love the segment, Mark. Tell me, what is the difference between a note and a mortgage? All right, so not a musical note, I would imagine.
Maybe that's what he means. Great question, Seth. You know, that's something that we talk about at the closing all the time, you know, the difference between a note and a mortgage. And a lot of times people speak about, you know, getting a mortgage. I need to go get a mortgage. I'm pre-approved to get a mortgage. But the reality of it is you don't get a mortgage. You actually deliver a mortgage, Rob. So I'll leave it to Bob Teravecchia of Coastal on your Wednesday or your Thursday guest to talk about the interest rates. But yes, they've increased. They've increased. So a lot of people are talking about it. And the interest rate is what is on the note. So the note is your agreement between you and the bank. So you couldn't purchase the property, arguably. You couldn't purchase the property without borrowing the money. So you went and obtained financing. One of those requirements is that you sign a contract with the bank that I will pay you back. And the interest rate is set out on there. And by the way, folks, even though the news is telling you that the real estate market is going to come to a screeching halt because interest rates are going up, skyrocketing, I'm here to tell you that is not the case. It is going to continue to chug along. It may slow down and flatten a little bit, but these interest rates are still ridiculously, historically low. So don't listen to the news, because sometimes the news is there to capture your attention and create your anxiety for you. But the real estate market is healthy, and it is going to continue. But the note tells you it's your contract. So I've agreed to borrow this money. The bank has agreed to lend me this money so long as I pay it back on a monthly basis at this interest rate on this date and time. So you sign this contract. However, that's not enough security for the bank, because if they have to reclaim the property because you're not paying it, they would have to go to court. They'd have to sue you. It would be a long, drawn-out process. So they require that you then deliver a mortgage to them. So you have three very important documents. There's 120 documents in a closing, but three very important documents. The deed, which conveys the property to you as the buyer. So you now own the property based on that document. You have the deed. You sign the note because you need to borrow the money, right? You don't have the cash necessarily to purchase the property, or you choose, because the interest rates are still historically low, even if you had the cash, you choose to finance. You sign that contract, that note, the promise to pay them back, the promissory note, to promise to pay the bank back. But then the bank says, okay, with your ownership that you received on this deed, we want you to grant us a lien, a voluntary lien on the property, so that if you don't make those payments or you don't follow the contract exactly, we can enforce our rights without going to the court. And that's what the mortgage is. And sometimes people say, well, who needs to sign the mortgage? Anybody who's on title, anyone who's on the deed would need to sign the mortgage, even if they're not on the loan. So sometimes you don't sign the note, but you would sign the mortgage because you own the property. So if somebody doesn't have great credit, the bank may not want to lend to them, but they'll lend to the partner. The other owner of the property signs the note, but both people would have to sign the mortgage because the bank needs that security. It's oftentimes referred to as a security instrument. So Seth, that's the difference between a note and mortgage. Would love to chat with you further about it if you want to give us a call at the office.
All right, and the number is
781-319-1900. And I encourage folks to check out our YouTube channel at Styles Law. We just broke 1,000 subscribers, Rob. And I think we may have a video. Actually, we have a video on the note and then a separate video on the mortgage.
Oh, nice. Okay. All right.
So go on there and search up whatever you want to learn about: real estate investing, 1031 exchanges, karaoke.
Yeah.
I think we might have to do a video on karaoke. What do you think, Rob?
Yeah. Turn on
Is
your
this your
Heartline.
go-to? Is this your go-to?
This is my Neil Diamond.
I love it. Is that where your go-to is, Neil Diamond?
Yeah, Neil
I
Diamond.
see it. I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, this is a good one. This is
Hum a bar.
Heartlight. This is one. Here we go.
Yeah.
Turn on your heart light in the middle of a young boy's dream. All right. Well,
Now the crowd is roaring for you. Do you feel it?
Yeah,
Do you
it's good
feel
stuff.
that? They're like cheering you on. Yes, Rob, you're awesome.
gonna take a ride across the moon.
I love it.
You
I love
and
it.
me. All
Who's not feeling good today?
All right, that's
Feel
good
good
stuff.
Friday, baby.
By the way, we did have a text in, Mark, and this is from 617. Ask Mark about the 3 types of karaoke singers.
Haha,
What is that about?
Is that Dr. Joe? Dr. Joe
I think
coming
it must
in as
be
the
Dr. Joe.
617.
Okay.
There are 3 types. Those that will only do it
Yeah.
if they're with somebody else, right? So
Okay.
that they can be with that person to kind of crutch them along.
Yep.
Then there's the person who will only sing alone. That's me. It's like, get off. This is my stage.
Okay.
This is my song,
Nobody's
my stage.
no
this
duets.
is me right here,
Okay.
soloist.
Yep.
And then there's the one who would rather have a root canal without any anesthesia or Novocaine.
Oh, boy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I
they
get
are
it.
not going to do it unless there's a gun to their head. So we always ask them, if there was a gun to your head, though,
Then,
what would you say?
what would it be?
Right.
All right.
Thanks, Dr. Joe.
Thank you, Dr. Joe. Feel Good Friday. We do this every Friday at this time with Mark Stiles, Stiles Law, Route 139 in Marshfield. Hey, let's take a ride across the moon. What do you say, Mark?
I love it. I'm with you.
You and me. All right, this is great. I'm going out next time.
All right. That's a date. We're there, Rob.